Hey, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is April 16th, 2023. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock security. Now, I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. Also, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and Alpha Charge 365 on Twitter. Today we are using Deep View as our charting software. It's also a screener. If you're interested in that, go to deepview.com. Okay. Um, so let's start with the SPY real fast. And again, we have the longer term trend, which is down. The shorter term trend from this October low is up, right? And 200-day now is starting to curl up. 50-day is rising. And again, we're starting at the alignment. Now, is this some sort of topping pattern? It still hasn't definitively broken out. And again, it has to get above, we'll call it, 418 or so, right? 418. And then you can say, okay, we're, made a higher high relative to this high. And that's a big deal, right? Because if we don't make that higher high here, then we're at best in a choppy pattern and at worst, maybe topping, right, for this area. So if you like this type of video, check out my state of the market video, which I do on Saturdays. It's already posted on my YouTube channel for more on that type of stuff, market analysis. All right, but let's get into stocks to watch. I have a few names for you today, and hopefully that they will be hopefully they'll do good, right? These are just idea generation. This is not like, hey, go buy these right now. Some of them have some need more time, right? So first one will be LTH. This is Lifetime Group Holdings. It was very, very powerful back here, came back, basically retested the breakout, and now is starting to move higher again. So that looks, obviously pretty good if you can keep the 50-day, right? That's what we want to see. If it falls back below, then, no reason to be involved. CBOE. Here's CBOE. Again, a little choppy in its price action, right? But look at what's been going on over here, right? A lot of accumulation showing up on the charts and very strong move right over here. And now it's kind of consolidating. So now we can manage risk against that area, right? Love the bullshit line moving averages. So everything's looking pretty good. It does have to, obviously tighten up and break out a little bit, but overall, doing nothing wrong. ICE also looks pretty good. ICE. This is the Intercontinental Exchange, and we can kind of let's just get a drawing tool out, and you can kind of see how this is the area, right? So we're still underneath it. It's kind of just consolidating in this area, but doing nothing wrong. And if it can, break above, we could play it into this consolidation, and who knows if it keeps going. Again, position size accordingly. This would be more of an early entry type position, and the true breakout would be 111, 112. And that'd be another. But if you want to get like in early, this consolidation right here makes a lot of sense. FLNC. This is Fluence Energy. Again, kind of a volatile name, but a lot of nice accumulation going on in the name. And so it came back and now it has this kind of trend line that it's dealing with. I wouldn't be shocked if it pulls back one more time and then breaks out to kind of finish off this pattern. I drew this in here, anticipating that a little bit, but it could just kind of go sideways and make a really small dip here, right? So that's what I'm kind of looking for. It may take another week or two, but Fluence Energy should be on a list of watch. PVH. So here's PVH, and it is just kind of dipped down back here. And now, made a higher low. The 200 days now curving back up. We have gigantic volume from this spot right here, right? Probably in earnings or something. And it is starting to move higher. By the way, know your earnings dates. We'll flip over here real fast. Earnings Whisperer does a great job putting together these infographics on the earnings for the week. A ton of banks this week, also Netflix, also Tesla, right? So there's a lot of earnings this week. We're in full earnings press, so know your dates. So put back here. Okay, so PVH again, nice little gap up, and very easy to manage risk in this area, especially if it can, little cup and handle type of thing here. Looks great. Next up is TDW. It's oil and gas name, I believe. And it's been literally on a beautiful, trend. Let's see where this trend line can line up here. Not quite exactly trend line. Doesn't look great. But I like how now it's kind of moving sideways right here. And I'd probably say a trend line makes more sense here. Something like that, right? A break of this trend line. That's probably how I would play it. Look how nice and tight all these moving averages are right here, right? So it's very easy to manage risk on the breakout here. If it does, you could choose whichever moving average you want or the low of the day, and things would be pretty good for you there. That's TDW. That's again an energy name. JP Morgan, right? It's hard to not appreciate this type of gap up on strength, right? 7.5 on such a big name. That's a lot of people entering JP Morgan. Look how close, so high on its candle. I don't think I'd enter it right here. In my opinion, it's got to pull back some and then let the moving averages catch up. Now, if it does move higher, then you can potentially play the breakout, and then the stop is on the low of the day, right? So that's how, if you're a breakout player here, for me, it just moved too much already. And so I'd like to see how it pulls back and consolidates. But that's just how I like to play things. You do what's good for you. NEWR, New Republic. Again, starting to see this kind of slanty kind of trend line in some of these charts around. Again, it's kind of like, there's some gappiness in this chart. So understand what you're buying, right? It's not like a very smooth chart, but I love how it had a lot of accumulation back here, and it's trying. Now, again, all the moving averages are bunched up, which gives it very easy to manage risk, right? Whether it's, maybe the low of this day right there, maybe 71.80 or so. That would be, make sense. Or you play the breakout and just play whatever moving average is catching up to it. But overall, it looks really good. And that was, 19% gap up, almost 19%. That's pretty good. So NEWR, ACCD, Accord Health, much more traditional look to this one. Nice little base it made here, after, it dropped, quite a bit from 55, down to only a few dollars. And now it's making its way back, right? Creating this base back above this area with a 200-day that's going up, right? So that's what I'm looking for, right? This was the washout right back here, right? Down 50%. And now people are rebuilding positions in here. And it seems like there's decent amounts going on. I have no idea why it went down 50% that day or not. But I do know that 200-day is now rising. And this part of the chart is bullishly aligned. So very easy to manage risk in this name. Now, DV, double verify. Again, polarity, right? This was support. This was resistance. And let's see if it continues to be resistance. I have a lot of nice tight price action right in here. So I like that, and it could pull back or not and then break out. But we obviously know that important area is 31. We'll call it 31.50, right? Above 31.50, I think we could be long double verify. Below 31.50, not so much. TXG, another one that just got demolished. and is now rebasing. And you can see this again, polarity, right? Support, support, resistance, 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 and now back above it. And we got bullishly aligned moving averages, good accumulation. TXG looks, again, very good for a move higher. If it breaks back below, $50.50, $50, somewhere around there, that's about where the 50-day is, then no reason to be involved in this particular name, in my opinion. But you have a 200-day that's turning the corner, and everything else is going higher. So it looks pretty good. TXG, ALGM. I was looking at this back here for a little flag break. It would have been decent on the breakout there, about 10% move. Kind of came back in, sitting right on the 50-day. So this is one of those make or break areas, right? If it moves below, 44.75, then no reason to be involved in this name. If it gets above, we'll call it 45.50, I think you could be long this name very easily. So it's one of those things where whichever way it moves, you can then choose if you want to be involved or not. But right now it's sitting right on that 50-day, which is kind of nice. Next up, Wingstop. Big spot right here, right? Resistance, resistance, resistance. And now it's kind of flagging, right? Can't really get above it yet, but it's trying to work through its supply issues here. Here's your 50-day coming up pretty quick right behind it at 174. And so far doing everything right? It gets above one, close, 187, 188, right? Very easy to manage risk at 188, right? Because we know if it falls back below 182-ish, there's no reason to be involved. That's it. Super simple, right? Let's not complicate things. And the last one I have for you today is IOT. Nice looking name. Had that double bottom look, came back, retest. Now it looks like it wants to move higher. We get rid of these arrows that I drew in there a few weeks ago. Looks really good as far as all that goes. Everything is moving higher. Nice accumulation right here, 15%. Kind of, little trend line right there. If you want to do like that, you could probably maybe do something like this. I don't know. Just playing with trend lines here. Probably that's closest. Right? And a little kind of mini cup and handle right there or something. But if it breaks above, $20, right? Gets above $20. I think we manage risk against that spot. You can also manage it against, the 23-day EMA or something like that, or the 9-day, if that's what you want. But it looks like has some supportive action over here. So if you're longer term, you could potentially use the 50-day, right? That would probably make sense too. Your choice. You trade it the way you want to. It's just, again, idea generation. I make, some of these aren't setups, they're just things to watch. Some of them are closer to setups. It's all what you like, okay? Hope you all are doing well. You take care of yourselves. Good luck this week. Again, know your earnings dates. Bye.